The REINS Act, the acronym stands for Regulations from the Executive in Need of Scrutiny, and it essentially handles a problem where Congress has delegated some of its rulemaking power to federal agencies, and the agencies are abusing it and putting in rules that the Congress has not passed that have major effects. What REINS would do would put Congress in charge of authorizing those rules to proceed by a majority vote of both chambers and having it signed by the president.
Your paper says that this principle or approach could be applied in North Carolina. How would a REINS Act or a REINS-like act work here in this state?
Well, in North Carolina right now, the rulemaking procedure is heavily biased towards regulations just taking effect basically after they are proposed. Locke did a study a few years ago that found essentially 0.1% of rules that are proposed end up being blocked. So everything else ends up becoming rule in North Carolina. What REINS in North Carolina would do would a rule that would have major or substantial economic impact, and that would be defined, would be subject to a vote of the General Assembly, both chambers, and then if they, within a short amount of time, if they allow the rule to proceed, that would have to be signed by the governor. That would put the deliberative process of government, of legislation, in charge of allowing these rules instead of using that process to prevent it from being blocked.
So basically the idea is that legislators would have to take more ownership of these big major rules.
Yes, rulemaking is a legislative power, and it should not be in the charge of the hands of the executive branch when it would have a major effect. Small rules that allow the agencies to handle the nuts and bolts of their operations, that's fine. Things that would have a major economic impact on North Carolinians should be done by elected representatives of the people.